everybody, Phantom here. We're starting this weekend off out here at Jackson Dragway in Jackson, Tennessee. We have the OG out here this weekend because we hurt the crankshaft pretty good in the new car, so we weren't able to get it fixed. Luckily, we had all the stuff to convert the OG back over to big tire, so it's out here. It's going to be about 8 weeks until we can get a new crankshaft for the small block, so OG is going to be putting in work here for the next at least couple months. So good to have it back out here. We really don't know what it's going to do. Sean just spooled it up here in the pits, as you've seen, for the first time since we had it on radials. So tune-up's a little bit different, get some more RPM on the trans brake, more boost, all that good stuff. So we're probably an hour or so away from making the first pass in it, so we'll get everything ready over here. Sean's going to sign some autographs and take some pictures with the fans, and we'll head up here in just a bit and see what happens.
These people are in for a treat this weekend. We got the OG out here.
I don't know if they're in for a treat. They're in for something, that's for sure, because we don't have a clue. I know we say it a lot, man. We say it a lot. We don't have any idea what it's going to do, but we literally haven't had this car on a big tire in 4 years. 3.5. I'm going to call it 3.5. You're calling it 4. I'm going to call it 3.5, because 4 seems like a long time. So, but honestly, we didn't know what it was going to do then, let alone now. But I feel like we've learned a lot. We set the car up way different than we've ever set it up before. It's on methanol now. The car makes way more power than what it's ever made. And so in theory, we can leave kind of soft, you know, and as soon as the shake zone's over, hammer that shit, you know. But, you know, the first pass, we're going to take it easy. I'm going to try to make about 30 pounds of boost. And
just to let y'all know,
just go A to B.
Boost, this car made 2,500 horsepower.
25 or 2,600 at 30 pounds of boost. Yeah. What are you trying to talk me into turning it down some?
No.
That ain't happening.
Not at all.
That ain't happening. Okay. So.
All I'm saying though is I've run this car 30 pounds. You're scared.
Yeah, you did. Yeah, you did. Okay, so that made 11.5 on the brake. So we ain't leaving that soft. You know, we're gonna leave it 11.5 pounds of boost. This thing liable to jump up and break the fucking wheelie bars. I don't know. We were lucky that we had all the stuff to convert this thing back to a big tire, right? You know, the shit was just laying around because we took it off in different pieces and parts, and hell, we've moved shops since then. We've done a lot since then, and luckily we had everything. Only thing that was missing was anti-roll links, and Monkey made us a new set. So, you know, it's good to still have Monkey around sometimes. You know, he's got that real job now, but if we need him, man, he's always there, you know. And before everybody says, didn't y'all take that welding class? We did. Yes, we did. But, you know, I still don't trust my welding.
Well, and I did do some welding this week, and I fucked that deal all up.
Yeah, hey, what are you going to do, you know? So, let me look at this data. Give me 5 minutes, and I'll be out here and do anything, you know, to an extent, anything y'all do. I don't know, though. Hey, I can be a good time sometimes, so.
You ready for this?
I'm always ready to race this car.
If you need it to go 5.0, just tag me in.
Okay.
She never even left the big tires. I mean, first pass right down Broadway.
Yeah.
Did it shake?
Not a bit, man.
I mean, I'm a little confused by the time slip. I don't know if it went a 44 or a 72.
If it went a 72, I'm going to be pretty disappointed.
But it went 115 to the 60 foot, which is really good for this car.
I'm pretty sure on a big tire, the fastest we've ever been is a 116.
Yeah. So, I mean, I'll probably get called out of line for this, but
we're finna go faster the next pass. You realize that, right?
Know, it's kind of like when Michael Jordan come back to the NBA. It's like he never even left.
Hey, that was roll the dice and see what happens, and it went faster than it's ever been. I get it, you know, 115 is not fast, especially
for this car.
I mean, for this car, you know, but it is what it is. So, you know, hey,
Cool it off and make another one.
cool it off, make another one, check it out. We need to see what we ran. I'd like to know, because if it only went a 72, a 472, you know, it felt like it was coming on pretty hard on the big end. So I don't see it only going a 472.
We'll get some clarification on the time slip here and let y'all know.
Yeah. All right, man.
It's getting better.
Yeah, for sure. So, it went 114 to the 60 foot that pass, you know, and we turned it up a little bit, not a whole lot, because, you know, we're basically out here making passes to the fans, and it's not going to look cool if I smoke the tires or don't go straight and not make a full hit, you know. So, of course, we know 2 passes into it that Ryan's going to outrun us, you know. I mean, it is what it is. Ryan, damn you.
Then he dropped a big one on us too.
Yeah, he did. He dropped a big number on us and went red. So he drops a big number on us. He's scared, you know, of the OG. So he lets off the button way too early and goes red. And man, I got a good shot of him walking away from me though. But what are you gonna do? You know, Ryan. You know, he's
that car won
thousands of laps in that car. This is I get it, I got thousands of laps in this one too, but they're all shit laps.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
that's like the only 2 passes it's ever made without shaking.
That'll work. Yeah, no, he didn't shake it all again, you know, so it may have got out there and got a little bit.
Drive it at the big end.
Just a little bit, but I kind of know what I need to do to fix that, but it definitely isn't shaking. And I mean, what are you gonna do? You know, the whole time I'm going, it's not shaking, you know, so I'm happy, you know. It's something about this car, it doesn't matter what it is. We go way faster than what I just went in the new car, but there's something that just puts a smile on my face whenever I'm driving this one.
So that's it tonight at Jackson Dragway. Tomorrow we're going to be at Sykeston at Jeffers Motorsports Park.
Yes.
And doing it all over again, see if we can go even faster.
So tomorrow we're going to, you know, check everything out. We just put the push rods in there, so we've got 2 passes on those push rods. We're going to pull the valve covers, we'll run the valves, we'll check everything, make sure everything's good with it tomorrow.
Make sure everything's torqued down.
Because make sure everything's torqued down, because this is the car that we're going to be running on the street this year, and you know, we can't afford to tear it up, especially after we tore up the new one already. So.
We made it here to Jefferson Motorsports Park in Sykeston, Missouri. Last night when we loaded it up, it was idling real high. Like, I felt like I was driving a blower car.
Yeah, almost like it's got a vacuum leak somewhere.
I mean, just like that.
Just like it's got a vacuum leak. So, as soon as we got here today, I fired it up. It's idling at like 3,000. And you can just tell it sounds like shit. It's not happy. So I got out, I started looking around, and sure enough, I could see where we blew out the intake gasket. So, before we get anything done, do anything today, the whole intake, all this shit has to come off. And luckily we got one more set of intake gaskets, and we'll put it on there, you know. It's my fault. It's been a while since we messed with this car. We had the intake off just, 3 days ago? We had the intake off 3 days ago. It's been a while since I've messed with this car. I didn't glue everything down. I should have. The intake gaskets on this deal are real thick. The intake's been milled way more than what the heads have been. So in order for everything to line up, we got to use the thick intake gaskets on this deal. And it just blowed out. So it's one of those deals where when we pulled it apart last time, it sucked to get all the old gasket off there. And I thought to myself, why the hell did we glue this thing down so well? Now I remember. So it's my fault. So now today, in the heat, we get to pull the intake rip everything off, and do it again. So. same thing happened that happened in New Orleans at one time, you know, and pretty much we had to put a whole new short block in it. But I just don't know why it happened. There's some crazy stuff on the data that doesn't make any sense.
real fat. And, you know, the correction was on, but it couldn't correct enough. So it was fat. I don't know if that's what did this, but I'm guessing that since it has steel rods in it, that it pulled the wrist pin out of the piston, and whenever that happens, that steel rod,
Just a hammer.
it's a hammer, it's a jackhammer inside there, and it's tore all kinds of stuff up. Just pulling the rockers and stuff off this morning, it's some beat up shit in there. I mean, the cam's trashed. I'm pretty sure that the only thing that we're going to be able to save on the bottom end of this deal is the front drive. That kind of seems like that's where we're at with it. So, but we've been here before, but it sucks even worse because the new car's broke, and we're trying to find parts for that engine to get it back together.
Yep.
Luckily, this deal right here is a kind of an off-the-shelf type thing. It's still going to cost money, but the parts are a little bit more available for it. So at this point, what we're going to probably try to do is try to find a short block that's already built, or I don't know. So, but we're here at the track. We've got to go to another track tonight. So at this point, we're going to try to get the motor out. And
Get the motor out. I'm going to head back to Oklahoma, get the machine shop first thing in the morning.
yeah, and then we'll see how the damage is, because we really need this thing to be running next weekend. There's going to be a lot of long nights, or it might be short nights. If we can't get parts,
Yeah.
there's nothing that we can do.
And
So,
nothing we can do but cry over it.
yeah, I did enough crying last night that I'm probably good for a little bit. Either that or I'll probably cry more, but I'm going to wait till I get in the truck and we start heading to the next spot. But it is what it is. Like I've said, man, we're racers. We blow shit up, which we've had pretty good luck of not blowing shit up.
Yeah,
This is only the second time we've blown this deal up, and the first time was what, 5 years ago in New Orleans?
Yeah.
And then the other car, man, that was purely my fault. Run the rods on too many passes. But this one, I'm just not real sure. I probably should have freshened it up. The thing is set for a long time. This is the same motor that we built 5 years ago whenever we freshened, had to redo it from the New Orleans deal. But, so it's got a lot of passes on it too. But, I don't know. Probably should have pulled it apart, freshened it up, looked at everything. And we'll probably end up going back with aluminum rods on this next deal. I'd like to get an aluminum block too. Take a little weight off the front of this deal. Just make it easier on the car. So, help the percentages a little bit. But we're going to start tearing it apart. Okay, we'll get the engine plate off, and then we can get a couple other guys over here, and we should be able to just throw that in the bed of the truck.
So it's junk.
Everything's junk.
Broke the cam, broke 2 valves. Just junk.
It broke everything.
Just
this whole
broke.
fucking deal's just broke. What are we gonna do?